Jane is a 10-year-old who took the Wechsler Intelligence Scale for Children. She was experiencing academic difficulties and she scored below average in reading, math, and language. Previously, she had no medical issues, but she did have trouble with focusing with her vision. Her test scores were lower than average. For her cognitive ability, she was within the average range. Her thinking and reasoning exceeded her peers. Her verbal and nonverbal abilities were average. Her verbal reasoning was above average, and her nonverbal reasoning was average. All of this is compared to her peers. Her working memory abilities were in the low average compared to her peers, and her speed of processing abilities were average. So this shows that her strengths were in the nonverbal reasoning tasks in the test, and her weaknesses were in the block design subtest, and this affects her visual spatial perception, her visual perception with fine motor coordination, and her planning ability. The recommendations that were made for her were to chunk information, so grouping information into larger chunks, so smaller bits of information will have to be remembered. So, like in numbers, grouping like 5, 55, or 67, like if it's a phone number or just a long number. And then the other recommendation was for her family to encourage her to do her homework and not focus on meeting high grades.